it done if I hit a zip tie, backflipped into the engine bay, and this thing became Justin Swap?
I would have laughed.
Kids don't mean to me. Alright guys, welcome to All the Beans Racing, and we're super excited to share with you our new project. This one we're actually going to document, right?
Yeah.
We say that on all of them, but we never do a very good job. This time, we're going to do it. Alright, so, let me tell you a little bit of back history. I was on Marketplace, and I saw this. The guy was asking $5,000. And from the thumbnail, it looked like a cool little truck, so I clicked on it, and it had a whole slew of good parts. And at the bottom of that, the guy said he wanted to trade it for various different items, and one of them was a zero-turn mower, and we had a Husqvarna commercial grade mower that we picked up for $1,500. And it was a good little mower, but we just never used it, and I didn't really like it. So I sent the guy a message, and I said, hey, would you be willing to trade for this mower? And he said, sure, so we went and got it. Now, the guy was asking $5,000 originally, but he said the transmission was doing something funny, and the motor was running good, but he burnt the plug wire, and then when he changed them, he couldn't get the thing to start again. So it was worth the price of emissions, I guess, for me just to go get it and see what we could figure out on it. So we made a 2-hour trip, dropped off the mower, got this thing. Now let me tell you a little bit about it. The motor is a what?
383 stroker.
Yeah, it's a 383 stroker. It's a scat bottom rotating assembly. It has dome pistons, which brings the compression ratio up to 13.5 to 1, so it's high compression. It has World Products Sportman 2 heads that have been ported. It has Victor Jr. intake that's been ported, and like a 750, I think it was, Holley double pumper. Unknown cam. It has 1.6 intake roller rockers and 1.7 exhaust roller rockers. It has electric water pump, some kind of fancy oil pan, MSD ignition setup, Moroso aluminum radiator, forward facing headers, fender exits, and TH300, which we found to be cracked. The case is cracked and it's leaking fluid, so we got to pull that. It has a BTE converter, some shifter in it. Has a roll bar in it, some racing seats, interior's pretty well gutted. It has an Explorer 88 rear end, 373 gears, limited slip, big and skinnies. Front tires are like new, back tires are really good, but that back one has a little bit of a leak, so it's flat. Pay no attention. It has some crappy fuel cell in it, and line lock has a bunch of good components in it, but whoever put it in like cheaped out on fuel lines, transmission lines. Has a transmission cooler in the back. It looks like they took a bunch of stuff from a previous car and put it in here and then just slopped it together. So we got to pull the transmission on this thing, and we got a TH400 that's going to go back in it. We're going to have our buddy Dennis go through it, put a trans brake in it, and beef it up a little bit. And then we're deciding on what to do about the engine, whether or not we're going to go ahead and pull it when we pull the transmission, but we might go ahead and leave that thing out and put what in it?
Not less.
We like LSs, so we might end up doing like a turbocharged 5-per. What do you guys think? Carbureted 383 stroker, high compression, should make pretty decent power, or do we go turbo LS, which obviously make more power? Let us know in the comments. But this truck, we would kind of like more of a drag and drive type truck, so turbo LS would fit the bill quite nicely. This thing has so much compression, you need to run race fuel in it, and that kind of sucks because that stuff's expensive. All right, so let's get started pulling the motor. All right, so we're gonna get started pulling the motor. Jay says, I think I'll just let him do it and I'll film. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start unhooking stuff, and then after everything up top is done, we'll get it up on jack stands and we'll start pulling it. It should be pretty easy. So again, I said this truck has a lot of good parts, and it does. I think somebody took the motor and all the components out of another car and put it in this one and then just kind of hacked it together. Check out this fuel line. Braided fuel line on with a hose clamp with some tape coming into a rubber, probably with a plastic tee with some tape. But fuel lines and transmission lines and stuff on this truck is just horrendous. All the wiring. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything pulled, clean it all up, redo everything, whether we put this back in or if we do an LS. Alright, so we marked the distributor. I like to use 2, and then we marked where the rotor was in relation to the distributor. So now we can go ahead and pull that out and just put it back there, and that'll get us close next time we drop the distributor in. Alright, so we got pretty much everything on the engine loose and ready to come, motor mount bolts and everything. So now we're pulling the transmission cross member and unhooking the shift cable, and we got the dry shaft out and all that. So we should have it ready to pull here in about 10 minutes. So far everything's come out real good, so hopefully that continues. So we did it again. We didn't record everything, but motor's on its way out. So let's get it out of here. Crack there, yeah, it's busted bad. Truck just made too much horsepower. So crack you too? No. Alright. See it cracked all through here, all through there, all down through the side. Comes in over here. Yep, she bad. Alright, so now we build the transmission, I guess.